All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. Today we are going to role play a listing presentation. Carrie Jenkins is going to be my partner. Carrie, here's how we want to do this, and I'm going to stop you and we're going to have conversations during this, okay? I want you to take the lead and role play a listing presentation with me. You're meeting with a seller as an agent who maybe doesn't have the same resume as your competition. Maybe your competition has sold more homes than you have. Maybe they're the neighborhood expert. And we're going to strategize ways for you to get the listing when you're not the local expert or you don't have the resume of your competition. Okay. Carrie, you got the lead. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, John, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Carrie?
Good. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to talk with me this morning. I'm really excited to be here. I just wanted to let you know that this is that your home. I actually sold a few homes down the street from here. So I'm very familiar with this area. I actually have a house on the other side of town that I rent out. So any questions about the market in the area, I'd be a good expert for you to bounce things off of me.
Okay, so Carrie, let's take a pause for a moment. Uh, that's exactly what most real estate agents do. So we want to be different than everybody else, right? Okay, so let's not talk about you in the beginning. Let's make this meeting all about them. Carrie, so glad to meet with you today. Thank you. I'd like to start by sharing my mission statement with you. My mission is to meet your goals and exceed your expectations. Now, because of that mission statement, whenever I meet with a potential seller, one of three things typically happens. One of those three things will happen today. Either one, they understand and appreciate they understand and appreciate what I have to offer and they hire me, which is awesome. Or they may not hire me, which isn't so awesome. And the third thing that occasionally happens is I may choose not to take the listing. Now, here's the thing, Carrie. Whenever you meet with a seller, they're asking themselves three questions about you. And the three questions they're asking are, do you care about me? Can I trust you? Can you help me? So you want to convey right from the beginning, I care about you, you can trust me, and I can help you. Now, by letting them know that by empowering them not to hire you, by letting them know that your main goal is to meet their goals and exceed their expectations, you're letting them know this is about you, it's not about me. This is about you and your goals. It's not about me getting a commission check. You are conveying, I care about you and you can trust me. So let's start from the top. You don't have to do exactly the same words I did, but I want you to write these words down. Gratitude, expectations, needs analysis. Those are your bullet points. In other words, that's what I want you to talk about. So let's start again right from the top.
Okay.
Uh, John, can you repeat those? I'm sorry.
No worries. So gratitude, expectations, and needs analysis. Those are the first three things we're going to talk about. All right, Carrie, let's go.
Okay. Hi, John. How are you today?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Great. Thank you so much for meeting with me this morning. I'm super excited to see your home. I just want to let you know my main goal here is to under promise and over deliver. I like to go beyond what your expectations are and hopefully exceed them. And I just wanted to find out, first of all, I looked at your tax card and I see that you've been living in this house since 1991. So it sounds like you have been here for quite a while. Well, what has motivated you to sell your house and where are you looking to go?
Okay, so we're moving to Tampa. I've got a new job, so I need to get to Tampa and I need to sell my house.
Okay. So a couple questions for you then. What is your timeline? Do you have a little wiggle room or are you looking to sell your house as soon as possible? because I really want to make sure I have a good strategy for you to be a little more aggressive in the market if you want to get this sold fast. And my other question to you is, do you have a price point in mind that you're looking to get for your home?
Okay, so Carrie, what is your timeline was a great question. And you should have stopped right there.
Okay.
All right. Don't give them multiple choice questions.
Okay.
What is your timeline? When I share with you what my timeline is, then as far as the price is concerned, the next question would be, what else needs to happen for this to be a successful sale? They're going to come up with price, I promise you. So, Carrie, my timeline is I need to have a contract within 30 days.
Okay. I think I can do that for you. I am from the area
Not time to
originally.
sell. Not time to sell.
Not time to sell. Okay. All right.
Nope,
Okay. So you want to sell your house as soon as possible.
that's correct.
So I have a couple strategies that I use to help my sellers get under contract.
You're selling. Don't sell.
Ah,
Ask me more questions.
okay, ask more questions. Okay, so do you have an agent down in Florida that you're working with to help you find a home?
Yeah, we've already talked to somebody.
You do. Okay, great. So one of the things I would suggest is if I could coordinate with that agent. I like to use agents within EXP just so that the communication's a little bit clearer and easier within the same brokerage. But if you have an agent you like and trust on there, that's wonderful. I would like to be in touch with them to try to coordinate your closing on your property down here with the closing with your property up here so it can be smooth transition for you and we can hit your marks on the dates you need them.
All right, Carrie, so this is good, but move on.
Okay. All right. So we're taking a tour of the house. We're looking around. I'm writing a bunch of notes and telling him what I'm doing. Hey, I'm taking notes. This is great. What kind of heat do you have? We do the whole tour. And then when we're done, I go to the kitchen table and ask him if I can sit down and show him my listing presentation because I literally, I print out all the services I provide and it just kind of explains the process to them a little bit. And then I go over the contracts with them. And if they have any questions, I like to do that in person before I actually DigiSign or DocuSign them over so that they feel very comfortable with what's coming their way and they just don't get like this massive email with.
Okay, so what comes next?
Okay, so after that, I would say, are you talking to other agents at the moment? Do you have are you looking, what is motivating you in terms of finding the agent that's going to help you? Is it commission based? Is that, something that would tip the scale one way or the other for you? Or are you just looking to get your whole house sold, from what I understand, as soon as possible for the most amount of money you can get?
Carrie, let's pause for a moment and let's go back to the conversation you and I were having yesterday, okay?
Mhm.
What's your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is I'm up against usually, and I know this because I see their business cards and their folders on the table.
Of course.
Some really heavy hitters in my industry out here.
Okay.
Make over $1 million a year type heavy hitters, and they're experienced. And I'm going in there and I'm trying to secure the business and get the deal over
Okay.
them.
Totally getting this. I completely understand what's happening here and I'm going to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. How do you close?
When I'm done with my listing presentation, I just say, if you have any questions at all, if you think of anything, you can call or text me any time of day. I work around the clock. I'm available to you whenever you need me. And from here, if you agree that we're a good fit and I can get your house sold for you, I'm going to send you electronic documents that we just talked about for you to sign so that I can move forward. And our next steps here would be to schedule the photographer to come out and get your house photographed and make it look magazine ready and just really try to draw some attraction to it as soon as possible so we can get this on the market fast.
Okay. So I didn't hear you ask if I wanted to list my home with you.
No.
So you didn't close.
I didn't. I said if if you
Right.
would like to work with me, if you
That's right.
decided to work with me.
That's right. Okay. So Carrie, can I coach you?
Yes, please.
All right. So first of all, some of the questions that you're asking on the appointment should happen before you go on the appointment. I want you to do a soft interview prior to going on the appointment. And when you schedule the appointment, you're going to simply, I'm you, okay? So Carrie, before we meet tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I need to spend about 5 minutes asking you some questions that'll help me better prepare for our appointment. Do you have time right now, or would it be better for us to schedule some time to talk? All right, so Carrie, when I'm having that conversation with you, I'm asking you, tell me more about your home. Uh, I can see your home through tax records, but I just want to confirm that I've got the information correct. What's your square footage? How many bedrooms do you have? How many bathrooms do you have? What improvements have you made to your home in the last 5 years? Are you thinking of selling by owner? Are you meeting with other agents? If you are meeting with other agents, are you meeting with me first? If you're not meeting with me first, can I ask you a favor? Will you promise to wait to make a decision until you meet with me? Do you have a price in mind? Based on homes that have sold in your neighborhood, what do you think your home is going to sell for? All right, so I've asked you these questions prior to going on the appointment, right? Got it. Now we're sitting at the kitchen table, and Carrie, thank you for meeting with me today. It is an honor and a privilege to discuss the possibility of the Deeds team representing someone in the sale of their home. And I'd like to start by sharing my mission statement with you. My mission is to meet your goals and exceed your expectations. Now, because of that mission statement, whenever I meet with a potential seller, one of three things typically happens. One of those things will happen today. They will either understand and appreciate the benefits that I have to offer, and they'll hire me, which of course is awesome. Or they may not hire me, which isn't so awesome. And the third thing that occasionally happens is I may choose to turn down the opportunity. Now, Carrie, the reason I would choose to turn down the opportunity is if I feel a seller has a goal or an expectation that I can't meet or exceed, I would rather turn the opportunity down today than let you down 6 months from now. Does that make sense? So Carrie, in order for me to understand if I can meet your goals and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a few questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so good and 10 being awesome, what needs to happen in the sale of your home for this to be a 10? So gratitude, mission, expectations, needs analysis. This is the needs analysis part of it, right? So what needs to happen for the sale of your home to be a 10? I need to sell it quickly. What does that look like to you? Why is that important to you? What will that do for you? Go deep. The real goal is down here. It's not up here. You gotta scuba dive to get to the goal. You're not snorkeling to get their goals. And if we can accomplish a second goal, what's the next goal? If we can accomplish a third goal, what's the next goal? Now we're going to prioritize these goals. If we can nail one of these and miss the other two, what's most important to you? What's second most important to you? What's third most important to you? All right, we're going to transition from the prioritizing needs to satisfying needs, which means this is my marketing plan. This is what I'm going to do to get your home sold. This is what I do to service all of the listings that I take. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a strategic pricing conversation. In other words, what do we need to do in order to beat the competition? We're in a tough market. There's a lot of homes for sale. Sellers are competing for buyers, and we need to stand out as the shining stars. So what's the right strategy? Now, the close is simply, are you ready to get started? Now, Carrie, what I want you to do is I want you to give me the objection that you're afraid you're going to get, or you're afraid this is the reason why you're not getting listings. In other words, when I close, I want you to say, I met with so-and-so and they're selling more homes than you are. Or so-and-so is selling lots of homes in my neighborhood. All right. So I'm going to close and I want you to just start giving me objections. You ready? So Carrie, are you ready to get started?
Well, I really want to talk to this other agent. I see her sign out all the time on my street and around town, and I just think that she might be a little more familiar with the area. And I have an appointment with her tomorrow, so not quite yet ready to get started.
Yeah, I totally get it. So you're thinking about maybe hiring the neighborhood expert, right?
Yeah, she just seems to get a lot of listings here and really knows the market, and she has a good track record, and it just something seems very familiar. She has a good reputation, and I don't really know much about you or, but I will interview some other agents, and I just wanted to be completely honest with you about that. I still have a few more to see and talk to.
Yeah, I get it. So, Carrie, here's the thing. If you hire the neighborhood expert, they're selling lots of homes, correct?
Yeah.
And they're selling homes in your neighborhood, aren't they? Carrie, you got to role play with me for this to work.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They are. And I see her sign everywhere. She seems to really know what she's doing.
All right. So this is strategic communication. I know where I'm taking care of everybody. So let's just keep going with the questions. Okay. So they're selling a lot of homes in your neighborhood. They probably have other listings that are for sale in your neighborhood. Matter of fact, they may have a few properties that have been on the market for quite a while. Now, if you were to hire them, are they going to be more motivated to sell your home? Or are they going to be more motivated to sell those other homes in the neighborhood that have been on the market longer than you?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just feel like if I get an agent that knows the area, they're probably have a lot of buyers too that they already have up their sleeve. I don't know. They just seem to have a good success rate. So, you
They,
know.
they absolutely do. But if they have another property that's been on the market longer than yours, they have more buyers, that's great, but they're going to take those buyers to those other listings before they bring them to your home because they're more motivated to sell those other properties than they are yours. And besides, they win regardless of whether your home sells or not. And you see, the advantage to hiring me is when you hire me, your home will be the only home in the neighborhood that I have. The only way I win is when your home sells. So the question is, who's more motivated to get your home sold? Someone who's already selling lots of houses, somebody who's selling other homes in your neighborhood, or someone who's newer to real estate, just starting out, and is only going to win when your home sells. I am 100% all in to get your home sold. And if I were you, I would rather hire, if I were selling my home, I would rather hire someone who's working hard to become the neighborhood expert versus someone who's already the neighborhood expert. And besides, at some point, this other real estate agent had to have someone like you that gave them an opportunity to get their first home sold in your neighborhood. Now, you could be that person for me.
Okay,
And
so given that fact, thanks for telling me all that, John. So does that mean that I get a lower commission out of I can, we can negotiate a lower commission for you?
yeah, so if you're asking me if my fee is negotiable, the answer is yes.
Okay, great.
When we have an offer on your home, if I need to give up money, I will because I'm a deal maker, not a deal breaker. I mean, if I were able to get 105% of the asking price, you really wouldn't care what my commission is, would you?
No, I guess as long as I can get this sold in 30 days with the least amount of headaches
That's right.
and, time is of the essence for me. So if you feel like you can get this done fast, um, that's what I'm looking for. And also I'd like to save as much money and keep it in my pocket. So if you're, willing to negotiate your commission base, can you also tell me how many houses you've sold in the past year? I just kind of want to see how much experience you actually have.
That's a great question. So I'm newer to real estate, and that's exactly why you should hire me. You see, if I were selling my home, I would rather hire someone who's working hard to become the local expert versus somebody who already is. And you've told me a couple times, you just said it. I need to get my home sold within 30 days. So the question back to you is who's going to be more motivated to get your home sold? Not a home sold, but your home sold in the next 30 days. Somebody who's newer to real estate, who's really excited and working hard to become the local expert, or somebody who's already selling two, three, four homes every single month, and they win whether your home sells or not.
Okay. All right. So how many houses have you sold in the past year?
Yeah, Carrie, how many homes have you sold in the last year?
How many have I sold?
Yeah,
Um, Last year was a really bad year for me. In total, in my career, I'd say I sold about 30,
30.
maybe
Okay.
40.
Are you part of a group?
I am not. I just came here from a different brokerage last month.
Okay.
So I'm just finding my way really right now here at EXP.
Okay.
And I've been really getting a lot of value, John, out of this. I try to come here as much as I can. I find that after I get off this call, I'm super motivated. My head's in the game,
Okay.
and I feel ready to go to make my calls.
All right. So for everybody else, what you can do in this conversation is change I to we. In other words, we're selling blank number of homes every month. We sold blank number of homes in the last 12 months. Now, one of the things you've got going for you, Carrie, is you're part of the #1 independent brokerage in the United States. Nobody is outselling Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Berkshire Hathaway. We're selling more homes than all of those companies. So you have that going for you. But don't let the fear of how many homes have you sold in the last 12 months to become a limiting belief for you. I've been on thousands of appointments, and that question almost never comes up. And the way I'm going to answer that question is truthfully and honestly. If I sold none, the answer is none. And that's exactly why you should hire me. You see, I would rather hire somebody to sell my home who's motivated to get my home sold, who's excited, who's going to work hard every day to get my home sold, than somebody who's already selling 2, 3, 4 homes every month. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I just worry if you're inexperienced. I just don't, I want everything to go smooth. So I'm just concerned that I guess I don't want to be your guinea pig. I don't want to find out that you don't really
All right.
understand. Like, I just want to make sure that the service is there and this is smooth. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time.
Time out. Believe it or not, it's 9:31, so we're out of time. And I want to give everybody an opportunity to ask questions. And you did a great job, but Darren is right. He put in the chat that when you come across as confident and professional and showing value, you're not going to get these questions. So don't allow these to become limiting beliefs to you. Study the 14-point listing presentation, master the 14-point listing presentation, convey, I care about you, you can trust me, I can help you, and people are going to want to work with you. All right, everybody. Raise your hand, talk to me. All right,
You know what? This is
Joanne
Sean.
Kelly's
I'm
up.
sorry I didn't raise
Sean.
my hand.
Sean.
When I first, I'm sorry. When I first got in, I got that question a lot. How many homes have you sold? I didn't answer with how many homes I sold. I had actually been investing in Austin since 2006. I didn't get my license since 2015. And so what people want to hear is your answer. Whatever your story is, that's what you tell them, and they'll believe it and they'll move on. And so that's what I went with. Well, I started investing in 2006 and I got my license in 2015 when they asked me how many homes I sold. And that was it.
Great job. Joanne Kelly, you're up. Carrie Jenkins, by the way, you did an amazing job. Super proud of you for jumping in that hot seat there.
Thank you, John. That was super helpful for me.
Okay.
I wanted to tell Carrie that I thought she did a great job, and I'm so glad that she spoke up because probably 18 months ago, I was in that position.
Yep.
And now I'm the one getting the listings over the neighborhood experts
There you
because
go.
I'm the neighborhood expert now. 2 expireds in the last 2 months. That I've never had that before. So Carrie, stay here and you'll get there.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Joanne.
Anybody else? Going. All right, guys, I hope you got great value today. The recording will be on YouTube before the day is over. Thank you for being here. Great turnout today, by the way. Keep telling your friends, keep growing the group, and see everybody tomorrow.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure.
Thank you, John. Have a good day, everyone.
Hey, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Go get them.